Yo, it's me again. Remember how I made a bunch of mission quest videos a while back? Well, TDS just added 5 new ones for Valentine's Day, so obviously I had to make another one. And this intro has to be quick enough so that the song doesn't cut me off halfway through, so we should probably start actually. Yeah, it's about a half. So, unfortunately, I'm the mission quest guy, which means I have to do this. Let's go left to right. It's 4. I picked one that has 4. Okay, so this quite literally could be the worst loadout of all time. Which makes it all the better for solo polluted wastelands. But it'll work because I'm that guy. And like the intelligent person that I am, I forgot to, actually place executioners because I just assumed that we would be able to kill the reanimated and actually make it to the late game. So we're basically where we started. Luckily, some of my friends showed up and we were able to try out the new Badlands rework. That can't go badly, right? We're alive.
I'm sorry, I'm on 6 HP.
We're on 10. Wait, are these hiddens? Oh shit, we're gonna die.
Alright, so we're never doing that ever again.
Alright. And then we definitely didn't get sidetracked. I don't know why I decided to do such complicated methods to get damage with the Executioner though, as it's very strong, and in one solo Fallen game, I was almost able to do like 700,000. To get the remaining little bit left, I just went into another Fallen game, left when I got it, then it was time for the second quest. So I decided to try and do this in solo queue. This was a big mistake. What the Listen, okay, the last time I played solo queue in any mode was the 50 games video back in the summer. 2 Fallen had an 18% win rate. So I just assumed that, well, Badlands can't be that hard, I'll be able to beat it with 3 randoms. No! This might be the best placement, ever. Oh wait, cinematic shot though? Crazy. Okay, they got this defense on lockdown. Don't look there or here. But this spot right here, no one's making it through. I don't think there's any way I make it past wave 20. Yeah, we died. Okay, so seeing 2 Hexscape name tags is good because that means these people are actually good at the game.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, we just died. This guy always Christmas furry. Listen, okay, why are you flaming us for not defending when this is your warden placement? Oh, this ace isn't hitting anything. Really? Are you sure? You wanna double check that, or? We need some better defense. I'm gonna get a DJ for damage. In this moment, I was pretty excited. We actually have a run with both supports, which was pretty hard to come by in the previous ones. Oh, you'll never guess what happened next time, though. Trust me, you won't.
You never see it come back.
I gave up on solo queue and tried to just flat out solo it, but let's be honest, I'm not built for that. I'm no Krasrex, so that didn't work. Now I know that I am the common issue between all of these rounds, and I was starting to wonder if it was my fault. Nah. Instead, I decided to acquire a competent teammate and duo Badlands too, because, we can do it first try. It's not gonna be that hard. As long as our towers, shoot at the enemies, then there's no way we can die to anything. Okay, well that was crazy. Let's pause for a moment and take a look at what my pursuits are aiming at. So there's an enemy that is rapidly going towards my base, and the pursuits have decided, let's look the exact opposite direction. For the longest time, Pursuit was always considered as not reliable because of how its targeting worked, but after the rework, I just assumed that, it'll actually target first enemy now. This is not the first time that has happened to me, and it wasn't the last either, and I now realize this dude is still unreliable as he was before. Anyways, we did it again with Gold Mini to help cover hidden detection, and it was super easy. The last task took 3 minutes, but trust me, this one won't. Getting 2,000 kills with Executioner is not too bad. I got half of them on Infernal Abyss, but because I was only defending with these Executioners, they kind of struggled with the Necromancer because it has 300 health and I died. I did it again, but this time I only brought Executioner and I got cooked on wave 10 instead. Then I got the last little bit on Honey Valley where I just went AFK and let the Executioner kill things in casual. Nah, Pizza Party's easy. I'm sure I can solo it with Executioner. Alright, so I'm never using Pursuit again. This first step is really easy. Shooting 600 missiles is essentially just shooting 150 shots with a max Rocketeer, so the second you get one of those, it speeds up a ton. I just went into a Fallen game and spammed a bunch of low-level Rocketeers though, as I could hopefully get it done in the early game and not have to worry about like maxing them out, so I could just defend normally. This step in general feels a little bit too easy. I understand that these missions have to be quick because, you know, they're limited, but like, it takes 8 max Rocketeers 60 seconds to fire 600 rockets, so I feel like it could have been like 1,000 at least, right? I finished the quest on wave 23, which led into the next mission, being dealing 800,000 damage with the Rocketeer. This one is obviously a lot harder because it's a lot of damage, but similar to Executioner, Rocketeer can do a ton of damage through Splash, and finishing out this Fallen game gave me roughly half of the quest, or 400,000 damage. From there, it was a simple matter of just doing it again, which gave me the rest of the damage. So I just won't say anything about it. I think the Archer shock arrows bugged my animations because the Molten Warlord was not working correctly, but this does look really funny. Oh, not this shit. This quest requires you to hit 89,200 enemies with the various kinds of bombs. And once an enemy is hit by something, it doesn't count again. So for example, say if I hit this Speedy with the firebomb, if I hit the Speedy with the firebomb again, it'll only count for one. Meaning you have to run into 89,200 unique enemies in various modes. That's a fucking lot. I thought that I could just abuse hitting them multiple times over and over. I just decided to start by just using a loadout that focused on stalling for Fallen mode. While this did end up getting the job done, it was on wave 35, which made me realize that this strategy wouldn't be very effective for, you know, chilling 10,000 enemies or poisoning 75,000. So I switched up the plan. Instead, I went to Infernal Abyss, where there would be 3 times the enemies, albeit in casual, where I hoped that I would be able to get more. This, however, was not the case, and I finished out the round having only frozen like 5,000 or so enemies. I went back trying intermediate. However, I died on wave 10 to hiddens because, I don't know, I guess I'm just like stupid. After trying it again, I died on wave 15 because slimes are freaking ops and turned back into necromancers after I killed them already. I switched up my loadout before trying again. Except you'll notice that in my loadout, my only towers with hidden detection are Gold, Pyro, and Jester, meaning that I got cooked by hidden bosses. You can see on the screen, I was quite tilted. And like a sensible person would playing through tilts, I brought the same loadout but with DJ this time. And I died on wave 17 to hidden bosses again. I knew I had to switch back to like baby casual mode, and for God's sake, man, what are you doing? This whole video I've been blaming everything around me for all the faults. My teammates in solo queue, or even just the game. But it's become apparent that maybe a lot of these things are my fault. Why am I playing Infernal Abyss when I could just go on Fallen, and why am I bringing these loadouts? I'm complaining about my team while I'm defending with Executioner, a tower that is definitely not going to help in early game Badlands. My ego is causing me to try these hard things like solo pizza party with Executioner or Badlands with the same tower. And this third mission made me realize that, well, maybe I'm the problem. Unk is washed. But even in my wash dark, I definitely won't lose to Fallen. So that was my plan for Jester kills. Put myself on baby Hemi Valley, and then went through all of Fallen, which actually gave me a surprising amount of poisoned enemies, as by the last wave, I was like a third of the way done after having finished the chill quest. After that, it was Fallen again. This gave me, as you can imagine, about another third of the poison enemies quest, although there's a lot of enemies on the last wave, but unfortunately I died to a Fallen Guardian. Yeah, I'm washed, okay? Like, in the next Fallen game on U-turn, I was able to get the rest of my poison enemies and get most of the confused enemies as well. I capped it off with one final Fallen round, finishing the quest. So, the one main thing I learned from this experience is just keep it simple. Why the f*** was I trying to do this Infernal Abyss nonsense when Fallen has a lot of enemies anyways, and it would have just been faster if I just did that and I wasted 2 hours. You learn something new every day, moment, like, what, I don't even know, man. 500,000 damage with Sledger pales in comparison to some of the stuff I've done in the previous few quests, so honestly, this was fine. Sledger mission generally just boils down to a lot of grinding. For example, with this Molten quest, it's not hard, as we saw earlier with the Rocketeer challenge, it's just you have to play the game. I love grinding. I decided to try and do casual speedruns because I didn't think I could get enough money in easy mode. I've never speedrun casual before, so I low-key had no idea what I was doing. It went fine though, it's not like casual mode is hard, and I'm not that washed yet, so I was able to get my 2 triumphs pretty freely. After that, it was time for Fallen, which as you can imagine also went off without a hitch because I'm not bad. Trust. In the Jester section of the video, I realized that I shouldn't overcomplicate things and just play Fallen when I think of doing Infernal Abyss. So now with Brawler, I've decided to completely ignore all character development and go back to the same thing that made me lose my mind earlier. However, this time with the Brawler, it actually worked. Well, I did die on wave 10. I then made it to wave 16, which ended up just being enough for the 1,000 kills. It's a very minor amount anyways, so it didn't really matter how I got it, to be honest. While with Sledger, I didn't want to do easy mode because I wasn't sure I could get 6 max ones because they wouldn't be the ones dealing all the damage to kill the boss. Brawlers would be my main tower. While you can't actually max all of your brawlers in the way that I speedrun easy mode, you can sell all your stuff at the end to get enough money, so that was what I was planning on doing. Guess who didn't do that fast enough after the boss died in the first round? This was fine though, as because easy mode is very fast, it didn't really matter. I only really wasted like 9 minutes, and the next 2 times I didn't make the same mistake. While I wish that this video could end off in a more dramatic way, let's be honest, it's just not going to. 2 Fallen games with Brawler is just not hard, but here they are, I guess. And in the most cinematic way possible, I did my final round on 2x timescale Honey Valley. Listen, okay, I just wanted to be done with this. I haven't uploaded in a month, okay? Don't judge me.